I have a question. When is a move considered finished? I packed my stuff, moved to my new place, and finished setting up my toy room. Things are settling in nicely. But am I done? I've only unboxed my Hot Toys figures. The rest of them are still in so many boxes. To be honest, I am a little nervous. I have no idea if they survived the trip. I did wrap most of them, but what if they are damaged? I don't really want to know, but I also can't hide from it forever. So that's what I'm gonna do in today's video. I'm gonna check on my Marvel Legends. And let's do that in my new workspace. Okay, before you judge, yes, it looks exactly the same. If there's one thing that's ingrained in me as a photographer, it's consistency. I can't help but keep a very similar setup as before. I'm using the same equipment, but I did make some minor adjustments to the lighting. The back wall is a bit darker now because I want to be able to light it up and change its color, to add some flair. But let's see how it looks with actual figures in the shot. Let me test my new lighting with my Hot Toys figures first. They're already unboxed, and I feel like they deserve to shine too. Let's start with a very sleek War Machine Mark IV. This figure is pretty much black and white, and is also pretty dark. It makes a very good test subject. I can check the white balance, the highlights and the shadows, etc. My first impression is... wow, the details are pretty sharp. What do you think? I like it. But this lighting isn't the most complementary to monochromatic characters like War Machine. So let me add some color. The pop of color looks good. It separates War Machine from the background. It's similar to what I had before, but the effect is a bit stronger. Look at the way the light hits the figure. You can see the light bouncing off every individual panel. Okay, let's try a more colorful War Machine. The Iron Patriot Mark II. I feel like I'm wearing glasses or something. Everything looks so much clearer. It's not just me, right? It's almost like I can touch him through the screen. This is so weird. These are the same lights and camera I've been using for years, but the quality just seems so much more elevated. Let me try a matte figure. Wow, look how beautiful this Iron Man looks in this lighting. The purple makes the all-white suit look so much more elegant. Some of you probably know, figures that are all white tend to have a hard time showing on camera. But here, nothing is washed out, over or underexposed. The lighting is just perfect. Of course, I have to bring in Scarlet Witch. There needs to be a bit more drama. Let me turn it up even more. How's this? Let me go full Scarlet Witch. Ooh, this reminds me of the scene where Wanda revealed her hex to Doctor Strange. He looks so cool. But I think it's a bit too much for my content. This is the perfect in-between. Which lighting do you prefer on Wanda? Okay, yeah, that's too much. I like this the most. Oof. Look how crisp the footage is. Now I feel like I'm a toy review channel. Standing at 15.74 inches tall, this Omnimon figure has die-cast metal parts and a wired cape. The cape is 29.52 inches long. It is made out of cloth. Okay, I'm just reading the specs off a website. I don't really know how to review toys. Anyway, this lighting is just chef's kiss. But it could be because these are premium collectible figures. I wonder how this lighting looks on 6-inch figures. So... Hello, this is Ken. I am moving right now. I have so many figures to pack and so many figures to wrap. I also have a bunch of diorama displays I have to move as well. I have no idea how this move is gonna go. So join my adventure as I ask myself this. Will they make it? Time to unbox my Marvel Legends. Starting with the ones that aren't wrapped. First figure, MJ. I don't see any damage on her. That's a good sign. Her necklace survived too. Nice. The lighting also looks pretty good as well. Let me try another figure. Dead Strange. This is a much more complicated figure with so many intricate details. Ooh, okay, I like this. The harsher lighting creates more highlights, while also bringing out more details. His skeletal arms and wings are not blending into each other. Oh, I have my first casualty. One of the Souls of the Damned has lost his forearm. It's a clean break. Well, that's because these arms were glued together to begin with, so it shouldn't be too difficult to glue it back on. Alright, next. Hulkbuster. Okay, it is definitely giving a different vibe than what I had before. It feels a bit more polished. But is it a good thing? I wanted my old lighting to be as even as possible because I wanted to make sure the details are visible from all angles, and not rely on fancy lighting. But I have to say, this new lighting isn't distracting at all. In fact, it's quite pleasing to look at. My only nitpick is that the colored lighting isn't consistent. For some reason, blue and purple lights look so much richer than the other colors. When it's red, orange, or yellow, it's not as vibrant. Yellow I can understand, but red? I thought red would be one of the brighter colors. Anyway, I really like this new lighting setup. It appears that it works on figures that are on both extremes, all white and all black. And best of all, the colored lighting actually complements the figures. I was worried that the colored background would be distracting. I'm glad I was wrong. I'm also happy to see that only the Souls of the Damned was damaged so far. The rest of the figures in this box are wrapped, so let's take a look at those. Here's Tom Holland's integrated suit. Not everyone's favorite suit. But look at that head. The head came from the Peter and Ned 2-pack and was a bit on the young side. I think I did a pretty good job aging him up a bit. And speaking of awesome heads, I have to include the No Way Home Green Goblin figure. This figure is great in so many ways, but the highlight for me is the Willem Dafoe head. Just the perfect amount of creepiness. Any guesses on who this is? It's Wanda. Surprise, surprise. Okay, no one is. This is one of my earlier customs, and I feel like she still holds up pretty well. The thing is, for me, because I've been looking at these figures for so long, I often don't remember what they used to look like. Or worse, forget that they're painted. But not him. Not Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. The pressure of getting this one right was incredibly high, because I felt like I didn't do the best job with the suit the first time, and I really wanted to do Andrew's face justice. It wasn't bad to begin with, but I wanted to add that layer of sadness to him, and I still think this is one of the best faces I've painted. So proud of this head. The sculpt did most of the heavy lifting, but look at him. All the emotions are written on his face. I love it so much. The MJ figure isn't the best, but this was my favorite scene when I watched the movie in theater. I had to recreate it. Okay, let me speed through some of these. You know what's really cool? It feels like I'm seeing these figures for the first time again for my fourth time. Okay, let me explain. So when I first get these figures, I look at them and analyze them, thinking about what to change or fix. Then, after I finish painting, I see them again, but this time with admiration, because I just spent hours working on them and now I can enjoy my hard work. Then, my brain gets accustomed to the finished version of the figures, until I see the before and after comparison when I'm editing. Sometimes the changes are so gradual I don't notice them during the process. And now with this new lighting, it's like I'm seeing these figures again but with a new set of eyes. It is so fascinating. I hope you guys are enjoying these footage as well. For me, this move signaled a new chapter in my life. That's why I wanted to make some changes, to reflect this new phase. In the future, I can look back and easily tell when this move happened. Oh, speaking of new phase, I'm considering selling my customs. Okay, probably not these figures I'm showing. I am still pretty attached to them. It is so hard to let them go. But this is something I want to start looking into. I looked into it a bit before, but I was stumped. But now that I have my own store, I can put them up there. My main issue is shipping. I'm in Canada, and I do live near a post office, so I can always mail from there. But the cost of shipping isn't cheap at all. The last time I tried to mail something with tracking internationally, it was way too costly. So I want to know, for those who have bought figures from Canada or are selling from Canada, do you have any suggestions? Anyway, I'm not in a rush to start selling yet, as I still have trouble letting go of my figures. And this isn't even half of it. There's still more of them I haven't unboxed. So until then... Actually, wait. Before I go, I have one more question. What should I do with my Marvel Legends War Machines? I want to build them a proper display, but I don't think Rhodey is a Hall of Armor kind of guy. And they've never shown where or how Rhodey stores his suits. It's like a mystery. If I were to make one, how should I approach it? Give me some ideas. Okay, that is all. I'm gonna go now. So stay inspired and I'll see you soon. I can make it, so can you.